Hello, I'm Cynthia Livesey. I'm the chairperson of the Mary Hollon Foundation Trust. This was formed nearly 140 years ago, and it's extremely important to the people of Morpeth. The Mary Hollon Tea is held every year on November the 5th, which is the anniversary of Richard and Mary Hollon's wedding. But it's not just about the Hollon tea, it's about helping people in need and distress in Morpeth. And we do an awful lot of that. We do help people in other organisations. But today is about enjoying and celebrating the wedding, the marriage of Richard and Mary Hollon. And there's about 75 people over the age of 75 here in the town hall enjoying a meat tea and being entertained by the Trust.
Now, when the Trust was first established by Richard Hollon all those years ago, I imagine there was quite a lot of need amongst elderly people. Is that as important today, do you think?
I think it is in different ways. I think there's more loneliness as opposed to the financial need. I was actually talking to one of our annuitants this morning who sadly is unable to come, and she was telling me about the loneliness she feels and how sad she was at not being able to be part of the day. But
so then I imagine that the day itself helps bridge that loneliness gap for a lot of people.
I think it does. I think it's very important in that respect.
Yes. And how difficult is it for a trust like this to survive in today's financial climate?
We're lucky because the trust that was set up initially by Richard Hollon has been topped up over the years by various donors, and it's been very, very well looked after and invested by the trustees over the years. So we survive on the interest of those initial donations.
And how does one qualify to be an annuitant?
You have to be over 75 initially, and you have to have lived in Morpeth for at least 15 years. That's the initial qualification need. And
does the future of the Trust and indeed the Hollon Tea look secure?
Oh yes, yes. The trustees are very, very rigid in their managing of the Trust, yes.
But I imagine that the most important aspect of today is that everyone who attends has a good time.
Indeed, yes. I think everyone goes home with a happy glow. That's important.
Perfect.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Anne Rudd. I've lived in Morpeth for 57 years, and this is my third time I've come to the Hollon Tea.
Tell us a little bit about what Morpeth was like when you first came here.
There were no big supermarkets. There were two small ones in Bridge Street. There was Shoppers Paradise, and I can't remember the name of the one across the road from it. It was a lot smaller, of course. Lancaster Park wasn't there. Stop Hill Manor wasn't there. I lived at Kirk Hill when we first came to Morpeth, and there were only 2 or 3 roads at Kirk Hill at the time. Now it goes right back to the Mitford Road.
So how much has the town changed in that half century?
It's changed a lot. As I said, it's a lot bigger.
And do you think it's changed for the better?
There are a lot more places to eat. I like that part.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of different foods from different countries to eat. Has it changed for the better? I think probably, although there was, we were asked quite a long time ago if we agreed that Morpeth should be extended, if there should be more houses built, and I think most of the people didn't want it to get any bigger. I think that was just after Lancaster Park was built.
So do you think it's getting a bit too big now?
Well, I think if they build any more houses, they might be short of school places.
And what about the Hollon tea? What is it you enjoy about coming here?
Oh, I see my friends. Although I do see them in between, but it's nice to sit down for a meal with some of my friends that I don't usually.
And do you think...
And of course we're celebrating the Hollon's wedding anniversary.
Yes.
Hello there, I'm Frida Brower. I've lived in Morpeth for 60 years since I was married. My husband used to have a fruit shop at the bottom of the town, next door to Maynard, which is now a pizza shop. But apart from that, there's been such a lot of changes in the town, you know, but it's really a lovely place to live. And there's so many nice shops and places and that to eat, and it's really very nice. And I love the Hollon tea because apart from getting a lovely meal, you get to meet your friends and everybody like that. It's really very nice.
And it's quite a romantic story, isn't it?
It's a lovely story. It is. It's a real romantic story. Lovely. Just my type of thing.
And do you meet a lot of people that you've known in Morpeth for a long time when you come here?
Oh, yes, because we're all the same age now, you see. We all think we're 18, but we're not, we're 80.
And what do you think about how important it is to keep these sorts of traditions?
Well, it is very important, I think, because it goes back years, and it was a lovely idea of him leaving the money and his wife leaving the money for the needy people of Morpeth, which is not the needy people now, but it really was a lovely idea.
And do you think there are still people in Morpeth who are in need in the same way there was when the trust started?
I don't think as much, but there are maybe one or two that's quite needy.
But the best thing about coming today is what?
The meal. No, it's meeting everybody and having a bit chat, and you get some nice entertainment, and it's really very nice. Lovely.